Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, teacher.
How are you today?
Good morning, teacher.
Morning, welcome. Welcome to our English class. We're gonna start in this moment and I'm gonna ask for a favor. Remember that we are in English class. It means that you have to speak just in English, not in Spanish, right? Try to speak English all the time. In this way, you are gonna improve your language, you are gonna improve your vocabulary, your pronunciation. If you don't know how to say something, ask me, teacher, how do you say this in English? Or what is the meaning of this word in English? And we are gonna look for a definition. Well, welcome again. Let's continue with our class. This is the agenda we are gonna follow. As you can see in the presentation, we have 7 steps we're gonna follow. We're gonna continue with step number 2. That is the social emotional content. Pay attention to this. Okay. This presentation is the same that I showed you in the previous class. Social emotional content. My question for you is, what is the emotion that represents you today? Someone who wants to tell me, teacher, the emotion that represents me is this or that. Maria Jose?
Emotional is happy.
Your emotion is happy. Excellent. Someone else? What is the emotion that represents you today?
Happy.
Happy. Sophie said that she's happy too. Very good. Very good. These are some emotions. Well, we're gonna continue with our class, and in this time we have a history. This is a history called The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Everybody knows this history in Spanish. Now, we're gonna read and listen this history in English. Pay attention to the reading, try to understand why, because at the end of this, I'm gonna ask you. Okay, let's start at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. A boy named John was once taking care of some sheep not far from a forest. Nearby was a village, and he was told to call for help if there was any danger. One day, he thought he could have some fun, and he cried out with all his might. He said, "The wolf is coming! The wolf is coming!" The men came running with clubs and axes to save the boy from the wolf. As they saw nothing, they went home again and left John laughing in his sleep. The day before, he had had so much fun. John cried out again the next day, "The wolf! The wolf!" The men came again, this time not as many as the first time. Again, they saw no trace of the wolf. So They shook their heads and went back. On the third day, the wolf came in earnest. John cried in dismay, "Help, help, the wolf, the wolf." Not a single man came to help him. The wolf broke into the flock and attacked the sheep. Among them was a beautiful lamb that belonged to John. Then he felt very sorry that he had deceived his friends and neighbors, and he grieved over the loss of his pet lamb. The moral for this story is, the truth itself is not believed from one who often has deceived. The end. Well, my dear students, according to this story, what do you understand about it? What do you understand about this story? Do you know this story in Spanish?
El pastorcillo mentiroso.
That's right, that is it. The boy who cried wolf. What do you want to tell me about this story? An opinion, a short phrase, a word. Mention something about this.
It's bad lie.
Don't lie. That is the main purpose for this story. Don't lie. It's not good to lie all the time. Why? Because when we say the truth, nobody is gonna believe in ours. For that reason, it is important that you, or in this case, don't lie. Very good, thank you, Sophie. Now, it's time to continue with the content. The content for today's class is tag questions with do and don't. As you remember, in the previous class, we studied tag questions with the verb be. Today, we're gonna continue talking about tag questions with do and don't. The objective, to understand and use short questions to verify information. The reflection is the same. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself all the time, and amazing things are gonna happen in your life. Okay, pay special attention to this explanation. Tag questions with do and don't. I'm gonna tell you something before. This was the previous content. Tag questions with the verb be. As you remember, when you have a positive statement, the tag question is gonna be, when you have a positive statement, the tag question is gonna be positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive.
Listen.
Negative.
Negative, yeah. Why? Because this is a positive statement. And when we have a positive statement, the tag question is gonna be negative. As the example we have in here, you are late is a positive statement. It means that the tag question is, aren't you? You are late, aren't you? Now, according to do and don't, verb and do in the same sentence. You study English. You study English. This is a positive statement. What is the tag question?
Don't you?
Don't you? Don't you? But if I say, you don't study English, what is the tag question? Answer, please. If I say, you don't study English, what is the tag question in the sentence? Someone who knows what is the tag question? If I say, you don't study English. The tag question is, do you? Do you? Why? Because the sentence that I mentioned is in negative. It means that the third question is gonna be positive. Okay, in order you can understand better, you're gonna open your student's book page number 37. Student's book page number 37. We're gonna continue with our class development. Class development. Wait me a second. I'm gonna change my presentation. Well, I said page number 37 in your student's book. Wait me a second. Okay. Are you on page number 37?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Wait me some seconds. I'm gonna look for the page in this moment. Okay. Let me see.
What page, teacher?
37. Page number 37. Let me see. That is unit number 3, page number 37.
Teacher, repeat the page, please.
37. This one. I'm going to show you in this moment. Let me see. I'm going to show you the page. This is the page, number 37. Well, remember the content we studied today is that questions we do and don't. According to this, let me see, according to this activity, what you have to do is read the interview and match the questions with the answers. What are the questions? This one, here we have the questions. These are the questions, and the answers for these questions are here in this space, here. Well, I'm gonna start and I'm gonna ask you the question. You have to answer. Listen carefully, read carefully in order to understand what is the answer for each question. Let's start. My friend Dan lives in an amazing place. You live on an animal sanctuary with your parents, don't you? What do you think is the answer for this question? You live on an animal sanctuary with your parents, don't you? What is the answer? Think and tell me. I'm gonna give you time in order you can think and guess the answer.
Yes, I do. I've lived here all my life.
Very good. Clap for you, Sophie. Thumbs up for you. That is the answer. Yes, I do. I've lived here all my life. Very good. Okay, this is the answer for this question. Number 2, your animal sanctuary takes in stray and sick animals, doesn't it? Answer?
Yes, I do. We look after all farm animals too.
Very good, Maria Jose. Excellent. There is it. This is the answer for question number 2. Yes, it does. We look after all farm animals too. Very good. Next. Your mom also works as a vet in the city, doesn't she?
No, she doesn't. They used to work in the city. She's here full time now.
Perfect. Perfect, Sophie. This is the answer. No, she doesn't. She used to work in the city. She's here full time now. Very good. And the last, you know a lot about animals, don't you?
Well,
I
I live with animals and studied in my life.
Very good. Excellent. These are the answers for each question. According to the first, we say you live on an animal sanctuary. You live, you. It means that the answer is yes, I do. Yes, I do. I live here all my life. Very good. Questions about the first activity?
No, teacher.
Okay. The second activity, for the second activity, you are gonna listen an audio and you're gonna match the animals' names that we have in here with the complement for the sentence. And you have to include the tag question. Do they or don't they? Let me see. According to this, what is the first animal we have in here? What's this? Number one?
Bats.
2,
Bats.
3,
Hamsters.
4,
Kangaroos.
kangaroos. 5,
Dogs.
6,
Snake.
7,
Foxes.
8,
Donkeys.
9,
Pigs.
and number 10.
Pigs.
Okay,
Cats.
very good. Pay attention to the audio and try to guess the correct information. Pay attention to the audio. I'm gonna play it in this moment.
Track 23. Listen and match.
Hey, Dan. May I check some animal facts with you?
Sure, Louie. Go ahead.
Bats have extremely sharp hearing, don't they?
Yes, that's right.
Rabbits don't eat meat, do they?
No, they don't. They're vegetarians.
Hamsters hibernate during the winter, don't they?
Yes, they do. They can sleep for months.
Kangaroos carry their babies in a pouch, don't they?
Yes, they do. Wallabies do the same.
Dogs don't sweat, do they?
No, they don't. They don't have any sweat glands. That's why they pant a lot when they're hot.
Snakes lay eggs, don't they?
Yes, they do, but you don't want to eat them for breakfast.
Foxes don't eat grapes, do they?
Actually, gray foxes eat grapes and all kinds of fruit. They can even climb up trees to reach the fruit.
Donkeys don't have waterproof coats, do they?
No, they don't. Poor things. They get very wet.
Pigs live for about 15 years, don't they?
That's right. We have a pig named Wilbur here at the sanctuary, who's 14 years old.
Cats knead their paws when they're happy, don't they?
Yes, they do. Many cats like to knead on your legs with their claws. Ouch! Ha ha!
Did you guess the answers?
Yes, teacher.
No, teacher.
Do you want to listen again? One more time?
Yes.
Okay, pay attention.
Track 23. Listen and match.
Hey, Dan. May I check some animal facts with you?
Sure, Louie. Go ahead.
Bats have extremely sharp hearing, don't they?
Yes, that's right.
Rabbits don't eat meat, do they?
No, they don't. They're vegetarians.
Hamsters hibernate during the winter, don't they?
Yes, they do. They can sleep for months.
Kangaroos carry their babies in a pouch, don't they?
Yes, they do. Wallabies do the same.
Dogs don't sweat, do they?
No, they don't. They don't have any sweat glands. That's why they pant a lot when they're hot.
Snakes lay eggs, don't they?
Yes, they do, but you don't want to eat them for breakfast.
Foxes don't eat grapes, do they?
Actually, gray foxes eat grapes and all kinds of fruit. They can even climb up trees to reach the fruit.
Donkeys don't have waterproof coats, do they?
No, they don't. Poor things. They get very wet.
Pigs live for about 15 years, don't they?
That's right. We have a pig named Wilbur here at the sanctuary, who's 14 years old.
Cats need their paws when they're happy, don't they?
Yes, they do. Many cats like to knead on your legs with their claws. Ouch! Ha ha!
Well, I suppose everybody gets the answers. Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Well, let's start with the first. Let me see. I'm going to move this a little bit. Well, what about number one? Who wants to read me sentence number one?
Bats have extremely sharp hearing.
What is the tag question?
Don't they?
Very good. Don't they? This one. Why? Because bats have extremely sharp hearing is a positive sentence. When you have a positive sentence, the tag question is negative. Very good. Number two.
Rabbits don't eat meat, do they?
Perfect. Very good. Number three.
Hamster hibernate during the winter, don't they?
Very good. Four.
Kangaroos carry their babies in a pouch, don't they?
Excellent. You understand. Very good. Five.
Dogs don't sweat, do they?
Perfect. Don't sweat. Number six.
Snakes that lay eggs, do they?
Snakes lay eggs. What is the tag question?
Don't they?
Don't they? Very good. What about foxes? Foxes?
Fox don't eat grapes, do they?
Do they? Donkeys?
Donkeys don't have water for food, do they?
Number nine, pigs.
Pigs live for about 50 years, don't they?
Don't they? And the last, cats. What about cats?
Cats need their paws when they're happy, don't they?
Very good. Claps for you. You understand this activity. Perfect. I don't know if you want to ask me questions. If you need that I repeat the sentences, I'm gonna do it. Tell me. Vale?
Can you repeat the sentence, please?
Yes, of course. Number one, bats. I'm gonna do it slowly in order you can understand. Okay, and take notes. One, bats have extremely sharp hearing. Bats have extremely sharp hearing. Well, I'm gonna do something. Let me see. I'm gonna make this. Okay. Bats have extremely sharp hearing. Then the tag question is, don't they? Next one. Rabbits, let me see, rabbits don't eat meat. Rabbits don't eat meat. Do they? We choose the a positive tag question because the sentence is negative. Rabbits don't eat meat, do they? Then we have number 3, hamsters. Hamsters hibernate during the winter, don't they? This is what you have to do. Look at the presentation, and this is what you have to do in your book. What about number 4? Kangaroos. Kangaroos carry their babies in a punch. The question is, don't they? Dogs. What about dogs? Dogs don't sweat. Do they? Do they? Snakes. What about snakes? Snakes lay eggs. Do they? Don't they? Don't they? Then we have foxes. Foxes don't eat grapes. Do they? Donkeys. What about donkeys? Donkeys don't have a waterproof coat. Do they? Pigs. Pigs live for about 15 years, don't they? And the last, cats. Cats need their paws when they're happy, don't they? Well, this is the activity related with tag questions we do and don't.
Teacher,
Did you finish? Yeah, tell me, Sophie.
what is waterproof coats in Spanish?
Which one?
Waterproof coats.
Waterproof is waterproof, but I can't speak in Spanish. But okay. Waterproof coats is something that they use to protect their babies, like the kangaroos. Kangaroos carry their babies in a pouch. Everybody knows, right? In a pouch. Donkeys don't have a waterproof coat. They don't have something that protects them or protect their babies. I'm gonna tell you this when we finish the class, okay, Sophie? I'm gonna tell you the meaning in Spanish, okay, because I'm recording the class and we can't speak in Spanish, okay? I'm gonna give you the meaning after we finish the class. Well, did you finish the activity?
Yes, teacher.
May I erase this?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Who say no? I heard that someone say no. Okay, I'm gonna give you some seconds in order you can continue completing this activity. Now, may I erase this? Yes, no? Did you finish?
No, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm
teacher.
gonna wait
Yes,
for the...
teacher.
Now you finish. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna erase this. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna close this. Well, this is the activity for page number 37. Now it's time to continue working in our practice book. Let me see. Practice book, please, everyone. Page number 33. Practice book, page number 33. Wait me a second. Take out your practice book. Page number 33. Remember to turn off the microphones, please. Your microphones. Well, wait.
What is a number page?
Page number 32. 32. This one. This is the page. Okay. Well, page number 32, we're going to start with this. Remember that we're talking about tag equations, and we're going to complete this. Match the tag equations. This is tag equations with the verb to be. When we finish this, we're going to continue with tag equations with do and don't. The first, there aren't any kangaroos in Australia. What is the tag equation?
Are there?
Are there? Very good. Are there? Second, winter is warm on Lord Howe Island.
Isn't it?
Isn't it? Perfect. Number 3, Sydney isn't the capital of Australia.
Is it?
Is it? And the last, Australia and New Zealand are in Africa.
Aren't they?
Aren't they? Very good. This is the first exercise. You have to match the tag equations. Okay, let me see. Who wants to read me this? The first sentence.
There aren't any kangaroos in Australia, are there?
Second,
Winter is warm on the Lord Howe Island, isn't it?
3,
Sydney isn't the capital of Australia, is it?
and the last,
Australia and New Zealand are in Africa, aren't they?
very good. Thank you for your participations. Let's continue with this one. We're gonna answer the equations. It's time to answer the equations. 1, winter is warm on Lord Howe Island. Isn't it? What is the answer?
Yes, it is. It's around 80 Celsius.
Second, Australia and New Zealand are in Africa. Aren't they? What is the answer? Australia and New Zealand are in Africa. Aren't they?
Aren't they in Oceania?
No, they aren't. They are in Oceania. Perfect. 3. There aren't any kangaroos in Australia.
No,
Are there?
Canberra.
What is the answer?
Yes, they are. They're one of national animals.
And the last, Sydney isn't the capital of Australia, is it?
No, it isn't. The capital, Canberra.
Very good. Now we're gonna check them and we have everything correct, 100%. Let's close this and we're gonna continue with this activity. This one. Pay attention. Read and complete the questions about Archie. What's his name?
Archie Bowman.
Very good, Valeria. How old is he? How old?
30.
13. Don't say 30. Why? Because if you say 30, you are saying 30, right? It's 13. What is his favorite sport?
Skateboarding.
Perfect.
Skateboarding.
Excellent, Paolo. Very good. We have in here 3 questions. The first, your name's Rishi Newman, isn't it? Number 2, you are 15 years old. What is the tag question?
Aren't you?
Aren't you? Very good. Number 3, your favorite sport isn't skateboarding.
Is this?
Is it? Okay, very good. We have aren't you? Is it? Why? Why are we saying here aren't you? Because the sentence is positive. When the sentence is positive, the question is negative. In this case, this sentence is negative. For that, we use a positive tag question. Let's answer the questions in this moment. Your name's Rishi Newman, isn't it? No, it isn't. My name's Archie Bowman. Number 2, you are 15 years old, aren't you? What is the answer? What is the answer? Someone who wants to participate and tell me what is the answer. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid.
No, aren't.
But in this case, Sophie, if I ask you, you are 15 years old, aren't you? You are, the teacher is asking me. So I'm gonna answer, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Why? Because the person is asking you. You're not gonna say, no, you're not. No, because the person is asking you. You are 15 years old, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm, how old is he? I'm
have 13
I'm 13 years old. This is the answer. For ages, you are not gonna say, I have 12 years old. That's incorrect. The correct one is when someone asks you, how old are you? You're gonna answer, I'm 13 years old, I'm 12 years old, I'm 15 years old, etc. The last, your favorite sport isn't skateboarding, isn't it? What is the answer? Your favorite sport isn't skateboarding, is it? What is the answer? Someone who knows the answer? Well, I'm gonna help you. The answer is yes, Iris. Yes, Iris. Then we're gonna check the answers. Okay. This answer is correct. Why? Because you are gonna say, no, I'm not. I'm 13 years old. This is correct. I don't know why this sentence is incorrect. This is a way in which you can answer this kind of questions. No, I'm not. I'm 13 years old. Did you finish?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. I'm gonna close this.
Teacher.
Yes.
Teacher, exercise 1.
Which one?
Exercise 1.
Exercise 1.
Exercise 1.
This one.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Exercise number 1, we say Sydney isn't the capital of Australia. Is it? You're gonna say, what is the, okay. Is it? Is it? The next one, winter is warm on Lord Howe Island. The third question is, let me see, isn't it? There aren't any kangaroos in Australia. Are there? And the last is this, okay? This is the first exercise.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Okay. The last for this page. This is the last activity for this page. You have to answer these questions about yourself. Answer the questions about yourself. Number 1, your favorite food is pizza, isn't it? What is your answer?
Yes, it is.
The majority of you are gonna say, yes, it is. That's my favorite food, pizza, you are gonna say. Number 2, your school isn't near your home. Is it? Near. Okay, I'm gonna explain you this. Near and far. Near, near. Far. Your school isn't near your home, is it? What is the answer?
No, it.
No, it isn't. Yeah, because I think that the majority of you live far from the school, right? Number 3, you are 13 years old, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. Okay, these answers are about yourself. Well, the message we have in here is you have completed this activity. There is no score for this activity. Why? Because this is something about yourself. For that reason, We don't have a score on this activity. Let's close this and let's continue with page number 34. Please, everyone, go on page number 34, please. 34. This one. This is the page. Let's continue talking about tag questions. In this time, do and don't. The activity for this says, read the sentences and write the tag questions. Number one, more than 300 million rabbits live in Argentina, don't they? Number two, giant flying foxes don't live in India. What is the tag question?
Do they?
They. Then we say, number three, the word hamster comes from a French word. The word hamster comes from a French word. Hamster is singular. For singular, you're gonna use doesn't it. Doesn't it? The word hamster comes from a French word, doesn't it? For third person singular, you're gonna use does. Does it or doesn't it? Then number four. Let me see, number four, we have in here. A dog's paw doesn't have 5 toes. What is the tag question?
Does it?
Does it? Very good. Does it? And the last, pythons sometimes eat people.
Doesn't it?
But pythons are plural. Pythons. For plural, you're gonna use?
Don't they?
Don't they? Very good. Don't they? Take notes. I'm gonna give you time in order you can take notes and complete the activity. Complete the activity.
I'm finished, teacher.
Okay. Let's continue with the next page. Okay. We have in here an information you have to read. It says, now read the information and match the questions with the answers. The previous questions that you developed with the answers. Did you know? Who wants to read me this? Volunteer?
There are more than 300.
How do you read this? How do you read this number in English?
300.
300, continue.
300 million rabbits.
Continue. Read the text.
In Australia. Yes, flying foxes live and eat fruit, but they aren't foxes and all. They are bad. The word hamster comes from a German word meaning to kill. Dogs feed are called cows, pigs, panda something ate people, but it's very rare.
Thank you. After reading this text, I'm going to read it too. Did you know there are more than 300 million rabbits in Australia? Giant flying foxes live in Indonesia and eat fruit. But they aren't foxes at all. They're bats. The word hamster comes from a German word meaning to store. Dogs' feet are called paws. Each paw has 5 toes, just like a human's foot. Pythons sometimes eat people, but it's very rare. Okay. According to this information, what is the answer? Pythons sometimes eat people. What is the answer? What is the answer? Think and tell me.
Yes, they do, but very rare.
Perfect. This is the answer. Yes, they do, but very rarely. Next, giant flying foxes don't live in India.
No,
Do they?
Don't. Australia.
That's Australia? That is it?
No, they don't. They live in Indonesia.
A dog's paw doesn't have 5 toes. Does it? What is the answer for this? A dog's paw doesn't have 5 toes.
Yes, it do.
You said that is yes, it does. Very good. Next, the word hamster comes from a French word. The word hamster comes from a French word.
No, it doesn't. It comes from German.
It comes from German. Very good. And the last, more than 300 million rabbits live in Argentina.
No, they don't. That's Australia.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna give you time in order you can complete this activity in your book. These exercises are the same you have in your book, but I'm presenting you this in a different way. Why? Because these are the exercises you're gonna find on Richmond platform that you are gonna complete later on. I'm gonna submit, what happened? Okay, these are the correct sentences we have in here. Okay. I'm gonna close this right now. May I close this?
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Please, teacher.
Then we have, let me see, the last activity for this page. It says, let me see, the page is gonna appear in this moment. Well, complete the conversation between Luis and Courtney. At the end of this, you are gonna read and practice this conversation. Well, Luis, hey Kurt, I can do my biology homework. You like biology? What is the tag question?
Do you can?
Hey Kurt, I can't do my biology homework. You like biology? You like biology. What is the tag question?
Hola, me.
What is it? Remember, don't you, very good. Don't you? You like biology, don't you? We're gonna use that questions to confirm something, right? Confirm something. Yes, I do. It's one of my favorite subjects. Very good. Then Luis said, wow, so you know a lot about animals. You know a lot about animals. What is the third question?
Do you?
But in this case, this is a positive sentence. Remember, this is a positive sentence. The third question is, don't you? Don't you? But you are going to say, teacher, but what happened in the first? You are saying that when the sentence is negative, the third question is going to be positive. But in this time, we say, hey, I can't do my biology homework. You like biology, you are going to pay attention to this one. You like biology. This is a positive sentence. You like biology, don't you? In the next one, so you know a lot about animals, don't you? And the answer is, I guess so. I'm a volunteer in a sanctuary. Really? A sanctuary looks after abandoned animals. The question?
Don't you?
Don't you? But we're talking about a sanctuary, singular.
Don't you?
No, do you?
That's singular, sanctuary.
Do you?
No, you're gonna use do you, don't you for plurals. I, you, they, and we. You're gonna
Yes,
use,
it is.
yes, does. Does it? Doesn't it? In this case, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Centrally looks after
No,
abandoned.
teacher.
Which one?
Yes, it. Yes, is it.
No, because it's a tag question. Tag question, we say, a sanctuary looks after abandoned animals, doesn't it? That's right. I feed them and clean their cages. Cool. And your dad works as a vet.
Don't you? Don't.
Dad, your dad. We're talking about third person singular. Dad.
Don't he?
Which one?
Don't he?
Doesn't he? Doesn't he? The answer, let me see. The answer is no, he doesn't. He's a marine biologist. The last, one other thing, you don't have a minute to help with my homework.
Do you?
Question?
Do you?
Do you? Very good, sure. Well, my dear students, any question about this? Did you understand the content? Did you understand the sentences? Or do you understand how to use the tag questions in the sentences? This is a time. Ask me, and I'm going to help you.
No, teacher.
Teacher, ¿le puede bajar un poquito? Please.
Okay. Leonardo, tell me.
Puede bajar, Miss.
Yes.
Señor, una preguntita.
A question. Tell me. Listen, remember, speak in English.
The law is doesn't, después de doesn't, ¿qué dice? Es que no se ve un poquito.
This one.
Ajá.
Him.
Yes.
Him. Let me see. Him.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me tell you this, if you complete these activities in your book, at the moment you work in our platform, you are not gonna have problems. Why? Because what you have to do is check the activities in your book and complete the activities in the Richmond platform. That is what you have to do. For that, it is important that you work in your book and digital practice book as well on a platform, right? On platform. Then I'm gonna submit. Okay, as you can see, these sentences are...
A mí me parecen todas buenas, señor.
Yeah, but they are the same. I don't know what happened with my platform. Why? Because these sentences are correct. Yeah, are correct. Okay, may I close this?
Yes, teacher.
Now, I need some volunteers to perform the dialogue. Who wants to participate and practice the conversation? Maria Jose and somebody else. I can see who. Well, I'm gonna watch. Okay, Maria Jose and Sophie. Then Valeria, and we are gonna need another volunteer. Okay. First, Maria Jose and Sophie. Okay, Maria Jose and Sophie and Valeria and Paolo, I think. Paolo?
Hello, teacher.
Do you want to participate and practice the conversation?
Yes.
Okay. First, Sophie and Maria Jose. Then Valeria and Paolo. Okay. Let me see, Maria Jose and Sophie. Go ahead. You're gonna decide who's gonna start. Sophie or Maria Jose. You're gonna decide.
Hey, Kurt. I can do my biology homework. You like biology, don't you?
Yes, I do. It's one of my favorite subjects.
Wow. You know a lot about animals, don't you?
I go to I am a volunteer in a sanctuary.
Sanctuary? Look after abandoned animals, doesn't it?
That drink, fill them, and clean their case.
Cool. And your dad works at a vet, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't. He is a marine biologist.
One other thing, you don't have a minute to help with my homework, do you?
Sure.
Excellent. Clap for you. Perfect. Excellent participation. Now, Valeria and Paolo, it's your turn. Valeria, Paolo.
Hello, teacher.
Okay, go ahead.
Lose.
Okay.
Hi, Cor. I can't do my bowling homework. You like bowling, don't you?
Yes, I do. It's one of my favorite subjects.
Wow, so you count a lot about animals. Don't you?
I guess so. I'm a volunteer in a sanctuary.
Really? Something look after abandoned animals, doesn't it?
That's right. I feed them and clean their cage.
Cool. And your dad works as a wit, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't. He's a marine biologist.
One of the things you don't have a minute to help with my homework, do you?
Sure.
Very good. Perfect. Excellent participation. Someone else wants to practice this conversation? In this way, you are going to establish a conversation with someone else, including tag questions. Brian, do you want to participate? Okay, listen. This is activity related with the content, in this case, tag questions we do and don't. If you want to ask me questions about this content, you can do it right now. Questions? Is it clear? Well, any question? Is it clear?
It's clear, teacher.
Okay, perfect. What you are gonna do in this moment, listen. In this moment, what you have to do is access to Richmond platform. Access to Richmond platform. I'm gonna, let me see, I'm gonna close this. Access to Richmond platform and choose digital practice book. And what you have to do is complete this activity in your platform. Complete page number 32, but it's missing.
Yo quiero aprender inglés, vos. No puedo, pero quiero aprender.
¡Sí puedo!
Finish, teacher.
Well, there is missing one page. There is missing one page. Let me see. I deactivate your microphones. Why? Because there are some students who open your microphone and I heard different kind of things. Sorry. Okay. If you want to participate, what you have to do is activate your virtual hand and say, teacher, I want to participate. And I'm gonna activate you your microphone, okay? Why? Because if you try to speak in this moment, you are not gonna speak. You can't speak in this moment. Okay, Paolo, do you want to say something? Let me see, Paolo. Paolo, let me see. I'm gonna activate your microphone, Paolo. Paolo, can you raise your hand again, please? Okay. Paolo, do you want to say something? No. Maria Jose?
No, teacher.
Okay. Well, we're gonna finish our class with this page. This is page number 33. According to page number, this is the same. We're talking about equations, and in this time, can and can't. It's the same. Let me see. I'm gonna show you right now the activity. And with this, we're gonna finish, right? Well, read the fact file and complete the equations. Well, I'm gonna activate your microphone right now. And let me see, Maria Jose and Sophie. Okay. Maria Jose, you are gonna read animal facts number 1, and Sophie 2 and 3. Maria Jose?
Okay, teacher. Many reptiles, like cobras, can see well in the dark. They have a good night vision because they all have large eyes and with pupils.
Very good. Sophie, number 2, and Leonardo, number 3. Sophie, number 2, please.
Most fish can float because they have an organ called a swim bladder, but some fish, like sharks, don't have one.
Number 3, Leonardo.
Me quiero preguntarle qué página es.
In English, remember, you have to practice English. That is page number 33. 33. Okay, Valeria, read number 3, please.
Some animals can see all colors. For example, dogs only see blue, gray, and yellow.
Very good. Thank you for your participations. Well, we're going to continue with this. Number 2. Sharks can float. What is the equation? Sophie?
Can they?
Can they? Very good. Can they in this case? Number 3. Dogs can see all colors.
Can they?
Can't they? Very good. Then we have, these are the equations. If we continue with this, we're gonna answer. Cobras can see in the dark. Can't they? What is the answer?
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can. Number 2, sharks can't float. Can they?
No, they can't.
Sharks can float. No, they can't.
Can they?
Yes, they can. Sharks can
Yes,
float.
yes, they can.
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can. Okay. Number 3. Dogs can see all colors. Can't they?
Can't they?
The answer is no, they can't. Why? Because the information, some animals can't see all colors. Dogs, for example, dogs only see blue, they see blue, gray, and yellow. Just 3 colors they can see, right? Dogs can see blue, gray, and yellow color. Okay, you see? This is all. The answer for this is no, they can't. Yeah, Sophie, this is the answer, right? No, they can't. Sharks can't float, can they? No, they can't. They can float. Okay, let me see, I'm gonna share. And I'm gonna tell you, my dear students, the class is finished for now. Thank you all for being here, for your excellent behavior. Congratulations, claps for you. Excellent job. And we're gonna continue in the next class. Questions?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay,
No,
perfect. Have a nice afternoon. Have a good lunch, and we're gonna continue in the next class. Bye-bye, see you.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.